Okay, now if I draw the diagram for this circuit, there will be number of points equivalent to the number of temperatures, Tg, then we had T1, then we have T2, then we have T3, then we have T infinity. Between Tg and T1 we have convection, so we will have convection resistance 1 upon Hg into area. Area would be 2 pi R1 into L. Area would be 2 pi R1 into L. Now between T1 and T2 we will have the cylindrical resistance, and that would be Ln R2 upon R1 upon 2 pi K1 L. K1 is the thermal conductivity of this section, K2 is the thermal conductivity of this section. Now between T2 and T3 we have again cylindrical resistance Ln R3 over R2 whole upon 2 pi K2 L. Now between T3 and T infinity we have convection, so we will write down the convection resistance for this, and that will be 1 upon H infinity 2 pi R3 L. Now we will have R3, we will not have R2 because that is the outermost radius and the convection is taking place between T3 and infinity. Okay, so this is actually the circuit diagram. Now if I wish to write down the equation for heat transfer, that would be Tg minus T infinity whole upon 1 upon Hg into 2 pi R1 L plus Ln R2 over R1 whole upon 2 pi K1 L plus Ln R3 over R2 whole upon 2 pi K2 L plus 1 upon H infinity 2 pi G into 2 pi R3 L. Okay, so this is the equation that will be used to solve the problems of heat transfer in case of composite cylinders, such that convection and conduction both are taking place in this case. Now if we look at the equation of convection, we have Q is equals to HA delta T. Now say if we compare delta T is equals to Q upon HA. Now if the convective heat transfer coefficient of some substance is very high, then the temperature drop would be very less, which can be observed here in this case. For example, in the inside most pipe we are having very hot water which is flowing, so the temperature or water or any gas which is at a very high temperature Tg, so Tg minus T1 will be very low. The T1 minus Tg will be very low because the Hg corresponding to this gas or this fluid will be very high. So there is a small temperature drop between the Tg and the inside surface of the steel pipe due to the very small convection resistance. Convection resistance is becoming small because of the high value of the convection heat transfer coefficient.